Hi, welcome back to the VSDC channel. Just recently, the world was blessed with two great movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer. In our previous video, we showed you how to color grade any of your videos into the Barbie style using VSDC. We enjoyed it so much that we couldn't stop there. And today, we will show you how to do the same for the Oppenheimer movie. The only difference is that this time we will create a LUT or a lookup table for color grading. If you need a refresher on what a LUT is and how to use it, be sure to check out our tutorial on how to create your own LUTs in VSDC for detailed guidance. Stick around until the end of the video for a surprise. So, let's dive into the world of color grading. The first thing to do is to import a screenshot from the trailer of the Oppenheimer movie. We selected the frame with Cillian Murphy to use as our reference for color grading. Next, open the scopes and activate the vectorscope to carefully study the color composition of the frame. The vectorscope helps us understand the color balance and distribution in the image. To capture the vectorscope's reading, take a screenshot by simply pressing Windows-Shift-S on your keyboard and select the area of the vectorscope for the screenshot. Now, paste the screenshot onto the timeline and move it manually outside the scene frame. Also, move the frame with Cillian Murphy outside of the main frame. This setup will help us compare the colors between our video and the Oppenheimer frame. Now, let's add a video that we want to color grade onto the scene. We selected a similar video composition-wise to make it easier to compare the colors. Let's move on to creating the LUT. To do this, locate the View tab, open the Resources window, and find a plus button at the bottom. Click on it to expand the options and select Create LUT. The created LUT will appear in the Resources window. Navigate to the timeline area and double-click the video that we will color grade. Drag the LUT from the Resources window and drop it inside this video. Select the LUT and navigate to the Properties window. Change the interpolation mode to Trilinear and click on Edit LUT. Changing the interpolation mode is important to avoid any artifacts during color grading in the future. In the appeared window, we shall adjust the key settings of the LUT. First of all, change the size to 12 points. Within the same window, navigate to the Adjustments tab and decrease the saturation down to 72, so that the frames match each other in terms of saturation. The level of saturation can be monitored using the vectorscope. If you are unfamiliar with how to use this tool, we recommend watching our tutorial on the vectorscope. Go back to the View tab and select the eyedropper tool. Use it to analyze both frames in terms of color distribution. Start with the grass. In the movie, the grass has a more yellowish hue. Then go to your frame and use the eyedropper tool on the grass as well, seeing in the color wheel which points correspond to the grass hues. Select one point with an eyedropper tool just by clicking on the grass area in your frame, and then holding down the Shift button, select points that were highlighted earlier. While holding the left mouse button on this group of points, move them closer to the yellow area on the diagram. Now the grass and the trees look more like the ones in the Oppenheimer frame. We've finished with the grass color, and now let's move on to the next editing layer. To do it, click on the plus button in the top panel of the LUT window. You will notice that Stage 2 was created. This stage will be used to color the sky blue. For the sky, 6 points will be enough, so decrease the size to 6 points. Again, use the eyedropper tool to analyze first which dots refer to the sky in the reference shot and which dots refer to the sky in our video. Again, select the dots referring to the sky and then drag these points closer to the reference frame. Great job so far! However, you may notice that the sky is a little bit too bright. Select the points referring to the sky on the diagram and decrease their brightness and saturation levels. Voila! Now's the time to move on to the next stage. Click on the plus button to create stage 3. We will use it to color the blue hat into a more grayish one, decreasing its saturation. Perform the same actions as described before. Select the points referring to the hat and decrease saturation and brightness. Next step, the skin tone. Go back to stage 1 and use the eyedropper tool to define the points responsible for the skin tone. Move them one after the other on the diagram, matching their location in the reference frame to have the similar representation as the vector scope of the original movie. Now the frames look almost identical. As a finished touch, increase brightness for all points and decrease saturation. Click on Select All tool and make corresponding adjustments as illustrated on the screen. Congratulations! Your LUT is ready. You can now export the LUT using the Export button and save it on your PC for future use in other projects. To close the LUT editor window, click OK. Now you can use this LUT for any of your videos that you shoot with similar settings. If the settings of the shooting differ, the LUT should be adjusted accordingly. Basically, now you know how to create LUT for any movie you like. As you know, there is no limit to perfection and you can continue the adjustments to reach maximum close representation of the color. And now the bonus! We made a more detailed LUT specially for you, which you can now download following the link in the description for free and color grade all your videos to the Oppenheimer style. We hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Comment down below on which style you would like us to review next. See you next time!